Hello and welcome. I am so delighted that you have joined us in Dimensions in Veterinary Management. I am literally tickled pink that you have decided to step into a 6-month program, a similar mastermind experience that is going to help elevate you in your career. And I really believe this help elevate everybody else on your team because of the topics we will be discussing. I'm going to give you a quick overview again of what this program looks like and what to expect during each month's introduction video. So we are now talking about the employee handbook piece, which is the first topic. Each month you will be receiving a video like this that will help you walk through the materials, help you walk through the homework, probably even engage in some of the Facebook page topics that we are discussing. So today's topic is about employee handbooks and how they are relevant. But before I step into that, I really want to read to you this idea of what is a client. And this is also a handout so that you can utilize this with your team. Because oftentimes we forget who we're there to serve. You know, I walk into veterinary hospitals and they are just oh so busy and oh so overwhelmed. And here comes that 4:55 phone call with an emergency. It happens. It happens all the time. And we are here for the client. And I think we tend to lose sight of that. So you will find this document, and I'm going to read it. So, what is a client? Our clients are the most important people ever in this office, either in person or otherwise. Our clients are not dependent on us. We are dependent on them. Our clients are not an interruption to our work. They are the purpose of it. We are not doing them a favor by serving them. They are doing us a favor by giving us the opportunity to do so. Our clients are not outsiders to our practice. They are a part of it. Our clients are not cold statistics, names on file cards or ledger sheets. They are flesh and blood, human beings with biases, prejudices, feelings, and emotions like our own. Our clients are not someone to argue with. Nobody ever won an argument with a client. Our clients are people who bring us their needs. It is our job to discover their needs and fulfill them. So I think this really hits home as to who we're here for, who we serve. As a team unit, this is what we're all about. It's the clients and their pets and serving them each and every day and each and every moment. So this is a kind of like a bonus document that you can use with your team. This can be an opportunity to step into a conversation during a team meeting or even place on your website. And I've seen this placed on people's websites, on hospital websites. As I mentioned, you have in your modules handouts. For each of the topics every month, you will see a similar layout. And each month you will have homework. So let's start with that next. And I would like for you to do the homework before you read all the materials, because I give you pretty much the answers to all of the questions in the resources. So this month's questions. What's in your handbook and in the table of contents? So compile a chapter and list of topics. When was the last time you reviewed your handbook with the entire team? When do you review the handbook with team members? Why even have an employee handbook? What's the reason? What's the purpose? I really want you to tell me that. Give me some ideas. And what are the benefits? I'm going to ask you to write out your veterinary hospital's value, vision, and mission statement. And if you don't have that, this could definitely be a topic we could move into the Facebook pages. Who has one? What does it look like? How did they develop it? And also identify for your state federal and state labor laws. What are they? And compile a list of federal and state labor laws that directly impact you and your small business, which is the veterinary hospital. So please print this off or download it however you wish and bring those answers with you to the program, to our real-time session. You will also see, after you completed your list, this idea of what you can put into your employee handbook. You don't have to have all of these, and you may even have more, but this is actually what I put into my employee handbooks when I help veterinary hospitals create them. Then there's this handy handout that I provide to veterinary hospital managers when I'm helping them create an employee handbook. So you could use this in one of two ways. If you have an employee handbook, answer some of these questions because it will help you identify possibly some things that you need to bring into it or have not considered, such as pet sitting. Do you have a policy that either allows for or discourages your team members from pet sitting outside of the veterinary hospital? And what does that look like? Why would you have a policy like that? As one example. So take a look at this. For people that don't have an employee handbook, this will really help you identify for your veterinary hospital a number of things that you can ask for you, for your team, of your owners. So it really gives you a tool for designing an employee handbook. And then this would be your final read, and it actually dives into the majority of the materials that we will be covering during our real-time session and more. So why even have an employee handbook? These are the notes that accompany our real-time session. In your resources for employee handbooks, I mention employee handbooks, creating your own. In your resources, it identifies that this already has its 7th edition, created in 2015. I believe this is one of the best ways to create an employee handbook. And let me give you a little background on me and employee handbooks. I have managed 2 veterinary hospitals. And when I first started managing a veterinary hospital in Parker, it must have been 2002, 2003, one of my charges was to create the employee handbook. And we had just become accredited by AHA, so this was something that was mandatory. I was like, I can do this, and I even used the AHA template to create that. So I was managing full-time, overseeing and putting out all of those fires, right? Hiring people, firing people, doing what we do. And it took me literally 9 months from start to finish while managing a veterinary hospital to create the employee handbook. I can now do it pretty much in 3 working days on site in a veterinary hospital. But through that, and through helping many veterinary hospitals create their employee handbooks, I have a pretty good idea of what the benefits are, how they work, how they benefit both the employer and the employee, and how it really truly is an awesome foundational tool for success. That's why we start with this topic. That's why I bring it to our classes first, because everything we talk about later on in the program stems from policies and things that you've got written in your employee handbook. Now, an employee handbook is not job descriptions. An employee handbook is not standard operating procedures. It's how you work with your team on a daily basis and the expectations of employment, to be perfectly honest. It helps identify when you come to work, what does tardiness look like? How do we get paid? How do we treat each other on a daily basis? What about if there's a grievance? And if we need to bring that to the team or to your manager, what does that look like? So I just gave you a few ideas of things that are in your employee handbook. But the point is, over the years, I've helped quite a few hospitals create employee handbooks, implement them, update them. and I do believe they are a great tool for success. Um, One thing that we need to make clear is that we will be classmates will be coming from all different places around the United States. So we won't be diving in specifically to state regulations and things like that, or even county or city regulations, but we will be giving you resources to find them and what that means for you and your veterinary hospital. We'll definitely be looking at federal regulations and breezing over some state regulations so that you can see how they differ and how to find those resources. Again, this creating your own employee handbook, even though I know this is backwards, is a fabulous place to start. And there's other places too. The American Animal Hospital Association has a template, which is valuable as well. Another resource I will be mentioning throughout the program, and I use this as my Bible, is Team Satisfaction Pays. Truly, it's my Bible. If you were to look at this, you see things are ear tagged, it's highlighted. It comes with one of those CDs, which isn't here right now, but it helps to create a number of job descriptions and things like that. So 2 resources we'll definitely be using for employee handbooks and throughout the rest of the program. So in essence, this is what all of the introductory videos will look like. It will give you time to do your homework, to read materials, some of these bonus pieces that will help elevate your understanding or even your team's understanding, and allow us to step into that real-time session ready and raring to go. I really do want us to have engaging, interactive communications and conversations are on the Facebook page. So if you haven't already signed up for that, please do so. And a question and something I'm going to ask all of you as another homework assignment is to create your own personal short biography. I feel it's necessary that we all have biographies, whether we're managers, team leads, technicians, veterinarians, that are beyond just the basic little snippet that we see on web pages. We are all professionals. We all bring a very varied background to our veterinary hospitals, which is a good thing. I call that a kaleidoscope of colors, thus my logo. But our bios help us identify who we are as a professional and what we bring to the table, and also helps us tell that story for other people. You will find in the downloads examples of how to create a bio. And I would simply just ask that you place it into a line item, a status item on the Facebook page, and then I will snag it from there and place it into a document on the Facebook page. And include a professional photograph. Professional photographs are clean and simple. The way I help people identify a good photograph is that if I were to meet you at Starbucks for the first time, would I be able to recognize you by your photo? A bad example of a photo would be a hat on, or something to that effect, or sunglasses, or a picture with your dog where the dog is covering up half of your face. A good photo is one where you're smiling, you look engaged, you're happy to be there, you have a good presence even through your photo. So put together a short bio for me. I'll give you examples and also a photo that we can be utilizing so everybody can see you. Because who knows, you may have an opportunity to meet other classmates, maybe at an upcoming convention, or who knows. Paths cross all the time in the veterinary community in very unpredictable, wonderfully magical ways. All right. So that recaps our first introductory video to the dimensions in veterinary management and our topic of employee handbooks. Again, you will have a number of handouts to download. Please do the homework assignments first before you read all of the downloads because I give you the answers for the most part. Possibly share what is a client with your team members. And know this is going to be a fantastic journey. I can't wait. I can't wait. So thank you once again for joining us. I look forward to meeting you and spending more time with you, collaborating, answering questions, hoping that you bring forth, and I know that you will bring forth some really good questions for us to answer. And this isn't us, this is not a me or I, this is a we stepping into a fabulous program where we will have synergy and an abundance of shared knowledge between us. Fantastic. Be sure to forward any questions you have to me. You have my email address and my phone number to text me. So those are two best ways to get a hold of me. I generally will respond in at least 48 hours. Fantastic. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the first real-time session.